Hey guys, it's Rod Seller, and today I'm going to thoroughly debunk that Earth is a school for our spiritual school, right? I'm going to be using Roswell Alien interview as my source to back up that Earth is a prison, okay? New Agers like to claim that Earth is a spiritual school. Um, they claim that Earth is a place for souls to learn and crawl to higher learning and whatever. However, I soundly disagree. I disagree with everything they say. Okay? My main argument is that Earth is not a school, it's a prison because no one agreed to come here. No one agreed. There are Every time somebody dies, you get out of the body, right? You are being mind wiped, okay? In between lives, okay? You are convinced that you are a new soul, and you are forced to carnate into a random family. There is no learning here. You did this a million times. You probably don't remember because you've been mind wiped so many times. This is a prison, okay? You go ahead and say I'm being negative all you want, but I'm going to start reading Roswell Alien interview. I'm going to start reading. Alright, so if you have the book, turn with me to page 89. And I'm going to go ahead and give you what's going on. We have the surviving alien from the crash from 1947 named Errol, and she's explaining who we are. Okay. So we're on page 89. It reads, "Personally, it is my conviction that all sentient beings are immortal spiritual beings. This includes human beings. For the sake of accuracy and simplicity, I will use a made-up word, is be, because the primary nature of an immortal being is that they live in a timeless state of is, and the only reason they exist is that they decide to be. No matter how lowly their station in society, every Isby deserves the respect and treatment that I myself would like to receive from others. Each person on Earth continues to be an Isby, whether they are aware of the fact or not." Alright, so that was page 89 in the book Roswell Alien Interview, or Alien Interview. And forgive I know my reading is not that great, but hey. Okay, so we're going to skip around to page 107, and it's in the chapter of, chapter 7, a lesson in ancient history. And we're going to start from this paragraph. Okay, so Errol explains that Isbys have been around since before the beginning of the universe. The reason they are called immortal is because a spirit is not born and cannot die, but exists in a personal postulate perception of is will be. She was careful to explain that every spirit is not the same. Each is completely unique in identity, power, awareness, and ability. The difference between an Isby like Errol and most of the Isbys inhabiting bodies on Earth is that Errol can enter and depart from her doll at will. She can perceive and selective depths through matter. Errol and other officers of the domain can communicate telepathically. Since an Isby is not a physical universe entity, it has no location in space or time. An Isby is literally immaterial. They can span great distances of space instantly. Okay, and then they can experience sensations more intensely than a biological body without the use of physical sensory mechanisms. An Isby can exclude pain from their perception. Arrow can also remember her identity so to speak, all the way back to the dimness of for 1 trillion years. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and skip. We're gonna go straight to 115 in the book. Like I said, I'm skipping around, and okay, so basically, here's the context for this. Errol is talking about the old empire, the people who don't like us, who don't want us to have knowledge. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read page 115, and it reads, and I'm going to go ahead and skip to that paragraph. It starts with, the captured ISBs of the domain forces were handled in the same fashion as all other ISBs who have been sent to Earth. They were given amnesia, have their memories replaced with false pictures and hypnotic commands, and sent to Earth to inhabit biological bodies. They are still part of the human population today. Okay, so we're going to jump to 117, and then we're going to say, here we go, we're going to go to this paragraph saying, eventually the domain discovered that the whole area of space is monitored by an electric force field which controls all of the ISBs in this end of screen. Is this, oh gosh, let me go ahead and start over. Alright, so eventually the domain discovered that the whole area of space is monitored by an electronic force field which controls all of the ISBs in this end of the galaxy, including Earth. The electronic force screen is designed to detect ISBs and prevent them from leaving the area. Page 118. If any ISB attempts to penetrate the force screens, it captures them in kind of electric net. The result is that the captured ISB is subject to very severe brainwashing treatment, which erases the memory of the ISB. The process uses a tremendous electrical shock, just like Earth psychiatrists use electric therapy to erase the memory of the personality of the patient to make them more cooperative. On Earth, this therapy only uses a few hundred volts of electricity. However, the electric voltage used by the old empire operation against ISBs is on the order of magnitude of billions of volts. This tremendous shock completely wipes out all the memory of that ISB. The memory eraser is not just for one life or one body. It wipes out all the accumulated experience of a nearly infinite past, as well as the identity of the ISB. The shock is intended to make it impossible for the ISB to remember who they are, where they came from, their knowledge or skills, their memory of the past, and ability to function as a spiritual entity. They are overwhelmed into becoming a mindless, robotic non-entity. After the shock, a series of hypnotic suggestions are used to install false memories and false time orientation in each ISB. This includes the command to return to the base after the body dies, so that the same kind of shock and hypnosis can be done again and again and again forever. The hypnotic command also tells the patient to forget to remember. What the domain learned from the experience of this officer is that the old empire has been using Earth as a prison planet for a very long time. Exactly how long is unknown, perhaps millions of years. So when the body of the ISB dies, they depart from the body. They are detected by the force screen, and they are captured in order by the hypnotic command to return to the light. The idea of heaven and the afterlife is part of the treachery that makes the whole mechanism work. Okay. After the ISB has been shocked and hypnotized to erase the memory of the life just lived, the ISB is immediately commanded hypnotically to report back to Earth as if there were some secret mission to inhabit a new body. Each ISB is told this, that they have a specific purpose for being on Earth, but of course there is no purpose in a prison, at least not for the prisoner. Alright, so, and that was page 121. Let's jump to page 123. The net result is that the Isby is unable to escape because they can't remember who they are, where they came from, who they are. They have been hypnotized to think that they are someone, something, sometime, and somewhere other than what they really are. And that is all for right now from this book, okay? So you guys can take it and leave it. You think it's fiction. I think this is truth, okay? I think this is all the only truth that's out there, okay? This book just explained that the transcripts from this lady that you see here, she just explained that, well, it was not the lady, it's the extraterrestrial. Earl just explained what happens after we die, okay? Okay, so very similar to my other video about death. You know, we get out of the body, okay, and there you go. You got all these 4 screens. You know, the old empire. My next video, I'm going to talk about who the old empire truly is, okay? I'm going to expose them. I'm going to expose the Abrahamic faiths, the purpose of the Bible. I'm going to do all that in these future videos, okay? More videos will come. I know my reading ain't that great. I know practice makes perfect. I'm going to start practicing reading out loud. But hey, that's what I have to tell you guys, okay? Pick this book up. Read it, okay? Pick it up and read it, because I think this is the truth, okay? We want our godhood back. We're better than being in biological bodies. We're better than having a life full of hate and full of sorrow and tragedy. And Earth is not a school, it's a prison. This book said it, okay? I know, circular reasoning, but there's evidence proving that Earth's a prison. Notice how you can't escape. Notice how you can't leave like how you want to, except after your body dies. And then, guess what? What? Just like how they describe in this book? There you go. Anyway, Rod Seller, signing out.